In the spring of 1223, on the vast southern Russian steppes, something extraordinary appeared on the horizon. A force of 20,000 Mongol cavalry had traveled over 5,500 miles in a continuous 3-year campaign, history's longest cavalry raid. They were commanded by the legendary generals Jebe and Subutai, and unlike the armies of Europe or the Rus's principalities, they did not rely on slow-moving supply wagons or local harvests. The Mongols operated as a self-sustaining engine of war, moving faster and farther than anyone thought possible. So fast that contemporary observers describe them in near supernatural terms. The secret? The Mongolian horse. These were not ordinary horses. They were living, mobile fuel tanks, adapted to the harsh steppe. They could survive on sparse grass hidden under snow, digging with wide hooves in a behavior called tebek. Each warrior traveled with 3 to 5 horses, rotating mounts to prevent exhaustion. This meant a Mongol army could cover up to 100 miles in a single day, 5 times the distance of their sedentary rivals. Even genetically, these horses were unique. With 64 chromosomes, they were hardier than the wild Przewalski's horse, and perfectly engineered for endurance, speed, and survival. The second secret was nutrition. Mongols didn't carry grains or vegetables. They carried concentrated, high-energy foods. Maraes provided milk, which the Mongols fermented into aerog, reducing lactose and creating a calorie-dense drink packed with vitamins. When milk wasn't available, they relied on borts, air-dried meat ground into a powder. A single scoop could sustain a warrior for a day. They also carried kurut, sun-dried yogurt balls with up to 55 grams of protein per 100 grams, more than modern Greek yogurt. In extreme emergencies, warriors could even drink a horse's blood and seal the wound with herbs, continuing the march without stopping. This logistical system wasn't just about horses and rations. It was a whole-of-society operation. The Mongol army was a mobile society. While men fought, women and children ran the supply chain, processing food, maintaining equipment, and driving wagon trains. Their base camps, called Arar, were moving factories rather than burdens, producing both food and equipment as they traveled. The nervous system of this machine was the yam, a relay network of stations spaced every 25 to 45 miles. Each station held hundreds of fresh horses, allowing messengers to cover up to 300 kilometers in a single day. This gave the Mongols an information advantage, letting commanders coordinate maneuvers across continents, like a medieval version of modern blitzkrieg or the ODA loop. All of this came to a dramatic test at the Kalka River in 1223. Facing a Russian Cuman coalition, the Mongols executed a 9-day feigned retreat. As the Russes pursued, their heavy baggage trains slowed them down, and their forces fractured. Exhausted and separated from food, the Russes' armies were annihilated by fresh grass-fed Mongols. The campaign ended with the execution of Kievan nobles under a victory platform. Blood could not touch the ground, in accordance with the Mongol law, the yasa. But this system wasn't magic. It depended on the environment. In 1242, the Mongols withdrew from Hungary despite victories. Tree ring data shows that year was unusually cold and wet, turning grasslands into marshes. Without grass, their fuel was gone. The system also faltered in jungles and maritime regions, where open grasslands and horses were useless. The legacy of 1223 is clear. By internalizing their supply chain, leveraging their environment, and integrating society into the army, the Mongols created a logistical engine of war. They didn't just conquer. They redefined what it meant to project power over vast distances. Modern military theorists call it autarkic warfare, simplicity, efficiency, and adaptation breaking even the most sophisticated empires. The Mongols didn't just ride across the steppe. They rode into history.